And the Grammy goes to Harry Styles.
Hey, soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing with you tonight.
That's history.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Ali and today I'm doing literally the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, ranking every Harry Styles song.
1, 2, 3.
If you weren't a music artist, what do you think you would be?
Virgin.
Can't get you off my
Beans.
I know for a fact this is going to be the hardest ranking video I've ever done. I feel like with like my Taylor Swift video and my Jonas Brothers video, because they have such a massive discography, I don't know, I found it a bit easier to put songs a bit lower. Today, like think about it, what songs am I going to be able to put at the bottom? We'll find out, I guess. So today we will be running through Harry Styles' self-titled, Fine Line, Harry's House, and then also like all of the unreleased Harry Styles songs, which I'm so excited about. As always with these videos, I love to hear like your God tier and maybe like skip or bottom tier from each album. So make sure you leave that in the comments below and we can just judge each other.
Then yes, there will be some casualties. Yes, there will.
Something else that I'm kind of scared of today is I feel like I have no understanding or awareness of like, what are the fan favorites and what fans don't like. I'm fully going in blind today and like boldly sharing my opinions without any idea of what the consequences might be. Horrifying, I know. This will be fun.
We're all gonna have fun!
If this is your first time seeing me, hi, I'm Ali. It's so lovely to meet you. I really love pop culture basically, and this is a series we do on my channel where we like to talk about and rank different things. I recently just did the Jonas Brothers songs, we've done Taylor Swift, we've done even Hannah Montana. If there's something you can think of, I've probably ranked it, so I will leave all of those down below. And yeah, I love doing these videos with you guys. It is so fun, so thanks for watching them. Also, before we start, I just wanted to talk about how I know there's been some talk lately online about how fangirling, I guess, isn't cool after the age of 14. Or like after the age of 14, you're supposed to grow up and like not really care about things as much. And I don't know, I just really don't agree. I think one of the coolest things in life is loving stuff. And I know I touched on this in my Harry's House reaction video. I love to love stuff basically. And I don't think that anyone should ever be ashamed about that, no matter what your age is. I think this childlike sense of wonder that we have as kids where we feel so free to express ourselves and be excited about stuff, if you can hold on to that, that feels like success to me. It just really bums me out when people look down upon like fans or people that get really into things, people that are excited by stuff. Yeah, that makes me sad because there is just so much joy to be found in enjoying things and sharing that joy with other people, which is what we do here. I think it is very cool to care.
If you're happy doing what you're doing, then nobody can tell you you're not successful.
So let me run you through my tiers for today. At the very top, of course, we have God tier. If you are a regular here, you know that it is simply the best. Then we have Long Hair Harry, which I mean in itself could be God tier, but like it's Long Hair Harry. It is the most beautiful, perfect, amazing thing. It's Long Hair Harry. You guys know. Then we have Or Is It?
It's the family show! Or is it?
It's kind of like a middle tier, you know? They're the songs that I'm like, ooh, they could go in Long Hair Harry, but then they just don't make the cut. Then we have It Feels Like a Song.
My favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie.
He is smart as a whip.
I think that's self-explanatory. Finally, the bottom tier, which I guess I would call the skips, is Jack Chambers.
Who's that shadow holding me hostage?
Right to jail, right away.
I should mention we do have some company today. The boys are here for moral support, so cheers. By the way, if you guys do like these videos of mine, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me so much and I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into the rankings. First up, we have Harry Styles. Self-titled album, Meet Me in the Hallway.
Just let me know I'll be on the floor. I gotta get better. Gotta get better.
I love that part because it is sort of a running theme that we see in a lot of Harry songs. We've got like, You've Got the Antidote, Loving You's the Antidote, All of Medicine. I swear there's one more antidote. There's no antidote. A lot of antidote, sickness, health, curing, which really fits in with like a broken heart, and I love that. Hear me out. I'm looking at the other songs that I have coming up, and comparatively, I'm gonna put Meet Me in the Hallway in the middle tier. As Ashley Tisdale said, it's all right, it's okay.
It's alright, okay. I'm so much better without you.
It's it's just not fair that this album is literally perfect and I have to make cuts somewhere, okay? I'm sorry that we're starting here, but it's gonna get better. This is a perfect intro to the album. There are just songs that I love more coming up. Also, something we did on my Taylor Swift ranking video, which I really enjoyed, was going through each album and saying like, if we had to pick a song that would fit really well on the next album or the previous one, what would it be? So in the comments, feel free to let me know like which song from Harry Styles would fit on Fine Line and vice versa. Okay, so next we have Sign of the Times.
Stop me crying, baby, it's a sign of the time.
Absolutely sickening.
Do you see what I mean about how hard this is? I need your help with this, and I know that like one of you guys will get this because you get my brain. Tell me what these opening chords remind me of or sound like. Oh my god, wait. Is it Angels by Robbie Williams? Sit and wait. Does an angel? I don't think that's it. Surely not. Let me know. I almost wish that had been the album opener, but I get why it can't be. You can't put like a song like Sign of the Times first. Harry has said that it was written from the perspective of a mother giving birth, knowing that they were about to die, speaking to the baby. Knowing that, I feel like the song just takes on a whole new meaning. We know where this song's gonna go. We know that. I will just say, I have to be in the mood for it. I have to be ready to go there because like you can't just put this on in the background and like have Sign of the Times like playing to the soundtrack of your life, you know? You've got to be ready. You've got to be emotionally in the zone. Sign of the Times is obviously a god tier song. Find me someone that would disagree, honestly. I will say also, when he says, stop your crying, it'll be all right, I feel like that's such a parallel to I Know We'll Be All Right Child from Walking in the Wind, which if you guys have seen my One Direction ranking video, you know is like one of my all-time favorites, so love that. Okay, next we have Carolina. She's a good girl. Feels so good.
Whoa, that was hot.
Imagine being Towns and having that song written about you. No, in fact, imagine being Towns and having your dad hear that and be like, I think Harry Styles just played a song about you. What a lucky gal. I'm very curious to hear how other people feel about Carolina. I get the suspicion that it doesn't get as much love as it deserves. Personally, for me, it's gonna be Long Hair Harry. I freaking love that song. Puts me in the best mood. Next we have Two Ghosts. These guitars.
Same lips red, same eyes blue.
I feel like you guys know what I'm gonna say. As a Swiftie, this song obviously hits deep and I love it. The imagery that it conjures up and just like the lyrical parallels between like Style or Out of the Woods. I'm a sucker for it. I love this song.
Same white shirt, couple more tattoos.
Two Ghosts is gonna be Long Hair Harry. I just love Long Hair Harry. Next up we have Sweet Creature.
Sweet creature.
This definitely has like a lot of Beatles energy for me, which I love.
You bring me home.
Killer vocals.
Sweet Creature is gonna be, or is it? It's like, could be God tier, could be Long Hair Harry, middle tier. Then we have Only Angel. Only Angel to me is like the reverse of Grape Juice. Like this starts off all angelic and like floating and like innocent, whimsical vibes, and then goes into like the most sexy rock song you ever heard. And Grape Juice is like the opposite, which we'll get to. And then hearing Harry sing this next part.
Bedroom door, I got splinters in my take you home to mother in a skirt that's short. I think that's what I like about it. She's a slut and she knows it. She wants to root all the boys.
Only Angel, or is it? Kiwi, however. Yeah, Kiwi is Long Hair Harry. Next we have Ever Since New York. Now this, to me, I don't know if I can say it's the best song on Harry Styles, but it is my favorite song personally. Firstly, the sound is just incredible. I think vocally stunning. I think all of the instruments sound beautiful, but also the lyrics and the message behind it. Anyone else that has lost a parent to cancer or any disease, this song just obviously is very personal and hits home. This is a song that means a lot to me. Just that feeling of wanting to hear good news when all you're hearing is the worst. You can really feel his desperation in this song and like his aching for something to hope for, and yeah, I really like it. His vocal layering, I don't know if it's like harmonizing or what, I don't know the musical terms. In this, it just sounds phenomenal. Oh, So beautiful. God tier if ever there were one. And next we have Woman. I love that he is paying homage to James Marsden singing Benny and the Jets. That's what I get from this song. It's so Benny and the Jets, and Benny and the Jets to me is just James Marsden singing Benny and the Jets. You know I read it in a magazine. Oh. Most of these songs I would say have like a sister song, and I feel like Woman is almost a parallel to She. Let me know which of the two you prefer. See, I think Woman is gonna be Or Is It? And I feel like you guys are gonna hate me for that. It's just that Harry only gets better and better, so I've got to leave room. Then we have From the Dining Table. I mean, Harry knows how to pick an album closer. I think this song is absolutely beautiful. It's very calming, but it also builds. I also think this song has some of my favorite lyrics from the album.
Even a phone misses your call. By the way,
And then it starts to build here.
and tell me that you're sorry too.
Oh, strings! From the Dining Table is Long Hair Harry. Now we have Fine Line. So we begin with Golden. I freaking love that he opens this album with Golden because it just like hits you. It's right out of the gate. Bam, here I am. A banger song. Imagine opening an album with this. Oh, it's so mellow and slow. Is it gonna be a slow song? No.
Golden as I open my eyes. You're so golden.
What song is that? It's golden.
You're so golden. Is the antidote. Golden.
What a song. Something about both Harry and Taylor comparing love to color and like shades of life just makes my heart happy. Also, Harry does my two favorite song things in this song. Firstly, the slight lyric change going from I know that you're scared because hearts get broken to I know that you're scared because I'm so open. For some reason that just ruins me in like the best way possible. But the second thing is like stripping the music back, having just the vocals for a second and then the music coming back full force.
I know that you're scared because I'm so
It's completely god tier to me. I'm so sorry, guys. You know I love upbeat songs. I can be like a sad song bitch sometimes, but I have to be really in the mood. It's gotta be like a Sunday night. Next we have Watermelon Sugar. I don't think I really have heard this song enough. Like I don't think the radio played it enough or anything. I would love to know how I'd feel about it had I not heard it 4 million times, because unfortunately it does really suffer from like the overplaying. You know, it's just like it was everywhere for a period of time. One thing that I love is that when I listen to this song, I hear like the live version where he changes the notes a little bit.
and it sounds just like a song.
It is a bop, guys. It was a massive single for a reason. It won a Grammy. It deserves so many more.
It's an outrage. It's a scandal.
I also love that we got to hear some trumpets and like horns in there because we know that Harry wanted to do that during One Direction days, but like didn't really get the chance to, so he's shining on this album. Watermelon Sugar is going to be, it feels like a song. And I don't mean that as an insult because like it blew up for a reason. It's a fun time.
Oh, that's what that song is about?
It feels like a song. Next we have Adore You. Two things to say about this song: vocals and guitar.
Lost inside your eyes. You believe it.
Voice of an angel. Yeah.
Adore You is god tier. Like I said, I love the upbeat bops. I really think his voice and kind of this overall vibe suits that like 70s rock, almost psychedelic electric guitar. It's just so good. Then we have Lights Up.
Step into the light.
Lights Up is Long Hair Harry. Then we have Cherry.
Don't you call me what you used to call me.
For anyone that's completely new here or completely new to Harry, this whole album is basically about a breakup or a relationship and how it kind of fell apart. And this song, Cherry, to me is one of the most honest and open and vulnerable on the album. I mean, the fact that he includes like a recording of her on the phone at the end, it's just very, very honest, I guess. And I love that. Granted, I don't usually listen to the phone recording at the end every time, but I think it's really cool that that artifact of their relationship and their love exists forever in this like piece of art. I feel like Harry has a really mature approach to relationships and he doesn't seem to be on bad terms with like really anyone that he's dated, and that kind of just shows what a good person he is and also the kind of people he dates. And I think it's really refreshing to hear a take on a breakup where it's not just like, I hate you, you know, stay out of my life forever. It's like, oh, I'm reflecting on what we had or what I lost. Cherry also has a lot of my favorite lyrics. Like, I just think there's a piece of you in how I dress. I mean, same. It's so beautiful. This song to me sounds like laying in really long grass in a field on like a sunny hill somewhere.
There's a piece of you in how I dress.
Like I said, I don't know where most fans would rank any of his songs, but I feel like Cherry is one that people don't love. And I don't know if that's because it's like very clearly about a specific girl and that maybe inspires some jealous feelings. I'm not saying that's you if you don't like the song, but could be. Personally, I love this song. I think it's beautiful. I don't think I love it as much as I love Carolina. I'm gonna put it in Or Is It? Because it is a banger. Then we have Falling. What to even say about a song like Falling? This gives me chills. That opening, full body chills. Falling has been my morning alarm for over a year now and I'm still not sick of it, and that I think proves to you that it is an amazing song. You know how morning alarms can really turn you off a song? It has not happened with this masterpiece. If you didn't know, Harry was in the shower and I believe Mitch was playing the piano. He jumped out of the shower, threw just a towel around him and wrote the lyrics to the song. And to me, I mean, A, that's incredible that someone is so talented. Like I can't fathom how songwriters do anything. It is so amazing, but also it is just so fitting because to me this is the most naked song on the album. It is the most emotionally vulnerable and raw and open, and so the fact that he was being naked with his heart whilst also being like naked in his body is just very fitting. I had always interpreted No One to Blame But the Drink and My Wandering Hand as like him and his wandering hand, but I then realized like wandering hand usually means like infidelity, right? So I think I just totally interpreted that line wrong, and if he is singing about infidelity and like being unfaithful to someone, that is even more personal and more open. Let me know how you interpret that. I just love this song so much.
What if I'm someone I don't wanna ride? Falling again, I'm falling.
As I said, we know this album is pretty much all about one specific person, so this line is so great.
It kills me 'cause I know we've run out of things we can say.
How beautiful is that to know that like it is completely over with this person. There's nothing that he could say or do. There's nothing that they can try any further, and yet he's still able to make a whole album about just how he feels. That is talent, man. I wish I could write songs. I'm certain that none of you think Falling deserves any less than God Tier, and if I'm being honest, I think it deserves more than God Tier. I think it's that good. And this is where I reveal to you that there is in fact a secret hidden tier ascending through the atmosphere. There is just that song and one other on this list that are simply above God Tier to me, and they had to go where they deserve. So Falling, right up to the top. It is truly, it makes me ascend through the atmosphere, and for that I thank you, Harry. Next we have To Be So Lonely. To Be So Lonely wouldn't be like my first pick on the album, but it is fun. I do love the lyric, I'm just an arrogant son of a bitch who can't admit when he's sorry. The self-awareness we love. I'm gonna put To Be So Lonely in Or Is It? Then we have She, the song born of a shrooms trip. Well, one of them anyway.
She lives in daydreams with me.
I will say, if I'm gonna have a 6-minute long song, I would rather it be Falling, but we have to respect Mitch in this song for having the coolest guitar solo of all time that I think he created on shrooms and then forgot about and then had to rediscover. Thank you for your service, Mitch. I'm gonna put She in Long Hair Harry. I've gotta say, this album I love so much because not only is it kind of sonically very cohesive, but like emotionally and thematically, it just fits. Like this album is obviously kind of showing you all the different sides of this breakup, but I feel like it also kind of goes through the stages of grief. Cherry is kind of anger, like jealousy. Falling is clearly depression. Maybe To Be So Lonely is a bit of denial, like he's saying he doesn't care but he really does. It's so human to have so many different feelings about a relationship or a breakup, allowing yourself to have that nuance rather than just being like either I'm so sad that they left me or I'm so happy that it's over. It's really cool and okay to explore all different sides of that at different times, so hats off to him. Then we have Sunflower Volume 6.
Sunflower, my eyes wanna see more than a melody.
I really do need to hear the first 5 versions of this. Sunflower does really put me in a good mood. I'm gonna put that in Long Hair Harry. Then we have Canyon Moon.
She's really good.
Again, in this song, his vocal layering, whatever it's called, it sounds magnificent.
I know lovers sipping music, time under the canyon.
Listen to the vocals in this part.
Old school styles.
I'm sorry, Canyon Moon? Is it God tier? Yeah, it is. It's God tier. Canyon Moon. I love it.
Another one in the bag. Yeah.
So Treat People with Kindness is one that I have seen people's feelings about, and people always put it down the bottom, which perplexes me because, like, have you not heard this? The chorus isn't necessarily my favorite thing of all time, but the verses, especially the second verse.
Giving second chances, I don't need all the answers.
Again, I love that. I think it really shows his mature and like empathetic outlook on life. Feeling good about the people around him, being kind to one another. Treat people with kindness, guys. This kind of says it all.
Feeling good in my skin, I just keep on dancing.
I'm sorry, if you don't think that's God tier, you need to listen to it again. It's amazing. It is such a fun, beautiful song. It makes me so happy. It's pure joy. That second verse especially, I love it. I love this sort of shrine that I've got going on up here. Pretty accurate, actually. It's actually very hilarious to go from a song like Treat People with Kindness into Fine Line. This is Harry's longest song, and for good reason. You guys know I love a song that like really builds, and this is the definition of that to me. It slowly intensifies, and you can feel this like big swelling of emotion coming, and oh, it's so beautiful. The shift from Will Be a Fine Line to Will Be Alright, that just hits every single time. The instruments coming in as well, like building up. All I can think about when I listen to this song is how lucky anyone is that has got to see it live. There is nothing else like this song. The fact that he closes out an album about a breakup with this song and is saying like, will be a fine line in the sense of like, will always be this kind of fine line of like, what happened, what are we, what were we? It's always a fine line to also like, we'll be all right. And I think to me, that's him, yes, talking to her, but also really reassuring himself, like, we'll be all right. Like, you'll be all right. We can get through this, you know? I mean, clearly this song is God tier. It is the most God tier of all God tier songs. Also, that outro really reminds me of a Bon Iver song. I think it's Perth. It just evokes a similar vibe. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. To me, I think Fine Line is the song that could have fit on Harry Styles perfectly and like blended in really seamlessly. If I had to pick one to go on Harry's house, maybe Canyon Moon. I feel like it's the most vibey.
Vibe it. Really, really dig on it. And then, remember that feeling.
Anyway, now we have Harry's house. Like I said before, I did a full first reaction to this album on my channel. It was a lot of fun and I gave a lot of thoughts on my initial reaction to those songs, so check it out if you'd like. Sushi is just the perfect opener. It's so fun. If Stay 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 by Taylor Swift is a Target ad, this is a Kmart ad. More like music for a Kmart ad.
Every kind of way, just a little taste.
I'm gonna put Sushi in, or is it? I wouldn't say it's my favorite of the album, but like it's a bop. Then we have Late Night Talking. Those of you that watch my reaction, you know that all I can hear when I hear this song is Last Christmas by Wham. And that's not a bad song, but I feel like the fact that it reminds me of that takes me out of it a little bit.
We've been doing all this late night talking.
I do need one of you to tell me who or like what this part reminds me of. I feel like it's a McFly song, but I can't quite place it. Late Night Talking is gonna be Long Hair Harry. Then we have Grape Juice. Oh my god.
1, 2, 3.
Like I said before, the beginning of this song makes you think it's about to be like a kiwi, but then it becomes the sweetest song you ever heard. word that comes to mind for me with Grape Juice is just psychedelic. Like the guitars, the vibes, it's psychedelic. I really love that intro and I wish he gave us more of that on this album, or at least in this song. It's just, it's a sexy vibe from Harry. Throwback to me reacting to this song and not knowing what grape juice meant. Is this about wine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Grape juice is god tier. 100%. I just love it. Then we have As It Was. Like I said with Watermelon, I would love to know how I would rank and feel about this song if it wasn't a lead single. Obviously it suffers from like a lot of radio play. God tier. It is god tier. Daylight. Now this is one that I feel like is growing on me and has grown on me a lot since the album came out. Like initially I don't think it was my favorite. I am really glad that I waited so long after Harry's House to rank these because my opinions have changed so much. Daylight is going to go in Long Hair Harry. It's grown on me. Then we have Little Freak. What a song. What an unexpected song, honestly. Dare I say, a reference to Taylor Allison Swift. It also could be self-referential. I love songs that can be interpreted multiple ways. I'm just saying, delicate point of view, broken ankle, like the snowmobile accident, karma rules, red wine and a ginger ale. Come on now. You might as well just mention cats too. Personally, I do think this song could be about himself and like his relationship to himself and his own identity. Regardless, like I said, I love songs that are reflecting on a relationship or a connection and not just in a really simplified way. This is like, I'm just thinking about you. Fun fact, this was originally going to be on Fine Line, but with like completely different production, and I need to hear that. So I guess, is this the song from Harry's House that we think could go on Fine Line? I don't know. I don't think it would have fit on Fine Line. I think Daydreaming is my Fine Line choice from Harry's House. Little Freak is gonna be god tier. Is anyone surprised?
Just thinking about you.
I think that's one of the greatest songs of our time. It just takes me to another place.
Then we have Matilda, which I don't feel like I need to say that much about. You guys saw my reaction to the album. You saw me break down. You heard all my thoughts. God, this song.
Matilda's all the pain of the sorrow. I know that you feel like a piece is dead inside. You don't have to decide, you're doing it on your own. You don't have to decide, no.
Wow, that was so powerful.
The fact that one of my all-time favorite films now kind of exists in song form too is just like too much for me to handle in the best way. Harry, if you're listening, could you please write one loosely based on The Parent Trap next? Thank you so much. Matilda is god tier. I knew I was gonna have this problem. Look at how many we have in god tier. It's an issue, but so far none in the bottom tier, and that is truthful. Next we have Cinema. The transition from Matilda into Cinema gives me the same whiplash of All Too Well into 22. I'm like, I was just crying. You expect me to dance right now? I will say, Cinema is one that is slightly growing on me. A month ago, if you'd asked me, I would have put this in the very, very bottom tier. I'm warming up to it. I'm gonna put Cinema in It Feels Like a Song. I don't know, the lyrics to me, they just feel a little bit cringe and not super relatable. But I like the vibe. I like the vibe. Again, it's like psychedelic. Then we have Daydreaming.
This is my song.
I've seen people on TikTok rank this as their bottom song from Harry's House, which to me makes zero sense. This is my second favorite song on the album. Let me show you why you should love this song.
Give me something to dream about.
Watch me eat. Watch me eat.
This part, I mean, come on.
10 out of 10. Yep. She ate that up.
Absolutely god tier. And I'm sorry that there are so many from this album going in god tier, or so many in general, but like, you can't dispute them. Then we have Keep Driving. This is a song that has also really, really grown on me, and it's not like my favorite, but it is a vibe. Like, I love that it feels like a list, like it's almost a stream of consciousness kind of song, and I just think it sounds good.
Hash brown egg yolk, I will always love you.
This song in my mind is like the breakfast song.
My bussy is shaking.
Just keep driving.
Keep Driving is Long Hair Harry. Next we have a little song called Satellite. Again, I go into great detail about what I think the meaning of this song is and how I relate to it in my reaction video. Today I want to talk about how much I love it. I know I never shut up about this, but like a song that really builds is what I love because you can feel it just like getting to something grander, and that's exactly what Satellite is. The whole way you feel it like lifting, I guess, like shooting you out into space. It starts so gentle.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing.
It's a good song as a whole, but then we get to this part.
I'm here, right here, wishing I could be there for you.
This music is salvation.
Again, simply a song that I need to hear live at least once in my life. Satellite is above God tier. That is ascending through the atmosphere. Surely everyone agrees on that. Then we have Boyfriends. This to me is a song that just doesn't really fit as well on the album as the rest. It's kind of the little things of this album. I'm so sorry. It just makes me cringe a tiny bit. I feel like it needs an extra verse where Harry is kind of talking about how he also has fit into this idea of like boyfriends being shitty or like not treating you the way that you deserve. And I know he feels that way. I know he's not excusing himself from that, but without mentioning that, it almost comes across as like, I'm not like other boys, and like just kind of saying what he thinks his audience wants to hear. Again, I know that's not the intention, but that's how it comes across. So I would appreciate that extra verse. So to me, Boyfriends is gonna be, it feels like a song. Yeah. Then we have Love of My Life.
You were the love of my life.
I don't even know what I can say about this song. Clearly, we and I know so much more about the meaning behind it compared to when I did my first listen and had no clue, but I think it is so beautiful to write a song about a place and like what that place means to you. Love of My Life. It's a very firm Long Hair Harry. And now we have the unreleased songs, which I'm so excited to talk about. First up, we have Baby Honey. I get angry over the fact that this song was never released because this would be my Spotify Wrapped #1 most played song, hands down. It is so good. The power of opening a song with, well, I think I wrote a song that all your friends are gonna like. You're right, like you're absolutely right, you did. Oh, this guitar.
You always do.
This is the best song of all time. Even the name Baby Honey, that coming out of Harry's mouth kills me.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Baby Honey, God tier, absolutely. Then we have Complicated Freak. Complicated Freak, I think, is Long Hair Harry. Then we have Him. When I tell you, nothing could have prepared me to hear these lyrics.
Nice dress in my wildest dream.
You are not subtle, my dude.
Standing in a nice dress in your wildest dream.
I do also love I was with you when you wrote that line, it was me that you had on your mind, and I deeply need to know which song by Taylor, or which lyric rather, he's referring to. I love that it's about her. I just think it feels a bit underbaked, like underdeveloped. I think with better production and like vocal recording, it would have shone a lot more, but there's a reason it wasn't released. I'm gonna put Him in It Feels Like a Song. Then we have a little song called Medicine. I think we all feel a certain kind of way when we hear this. Medicine is that bitch, has been that bitch, will always be that bitch. She's gone to God tier. Anna. Now Anna, controversial. I think I like even more than Medicine. It just makes me feel so good. I like that it feels like a carnival choir on the streets somewhere. Add that to the list of names that I'm jealous of. The Olivias, the Georgia Roses, even the Matildas. No, I'm so sorry, Matilda. Anna is God tier. Then we have Already Home. It is a little underbaked for me as well. I'm gonna put that in, it feels like yeah, it feels like a song. Then we have Without You. I know I said this about Baby Honey, but this would hands down be my most played song of the year. I am a real slut for upbeat songs with sad lyrics. Just realized this kind of sounds like a Sugar Ray song, like the one that is in the Scooby-Doo soundtrack. Yeah, God tier. I'm like almost want to put that in Ascending to the Atmosphere, but I can't overdo it, you know? Then we have Lay Down. Lay Down I'm gonna put in Or Is It? Again, it just needs a little bit more production. Hunger. I feel like Hunger is one of, like, lyrically, it's a beautiful song. I think it would have fit well on Harry Styles. I think I would put this in Long Hair Harry. I really like Hunger. Finally, we have Trouble. Another song that to me I think is about Miss Taylor Swift. I mean, this lyric.
You showed me that 13 can be good.
I do love this song. If it was given the chance for the extra production, it has the ability to go far. Because it hasn't had that, I'm gonna put Trouble in Or Is It? She's cute. Alrighty, well, that is the ranking done. To be honest, I love pretty much every single Harry song, so it was really hard not putting them all in God tier. Let me know what you guys would do. Tell me your God tier from each album or your skips if you have any. Funnily enough, I don't think I had any. I've got some really fun videos coming up, so make sure you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on. Feel free to comment down below what you'd like to see from me in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Is this what it feels like to grow up?